Welcome to Epic Bookworm. My name's Danny, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Gunslinger, Book 1 of the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. Stephen King is a name synonymous with a good, well-written, spine-chilling read, which is why I picked up The Gunslinger in the first place. This, as it turns out, is an exception to the said rules. To put it bluntly, this is one of the worst books I've read in years. The first, and by far the most overwhelming problem with this book, is the fact that the main character, Roland the Gunslinger, is thoroughly and quite spectacularly unlikable. We are told that Roland experiences such emotions as guilt or regret for the highly controversial decisions he makes, but he never shows it. He is never happy. He is never angry. He is never frightened. He is never excited. He is more of a concept than an actual person, and the more you get to know him, the more you realise there really isn't much to know. Now, let's suppose as a writer, you were stuck with Roland's character, and helpless to make any changes to the whole emotionless robot vibe. How could you go about making the story interesting regardless? How about a tense and occasionally humorous juxtaposition between the gunslinger's personality and those of the people he meets along his journey? No? Would you really just make them bland, unrealistic, and unlikable droids too? How about the 10-year-old Jake, who's trapped in a world alien to him and forced to travel for weeks with a gun-toting psychopath on a suicidal mission to chase an evil wizard? Would you make him behave as any 10-year-old actually would? Or would you just cut and paste the personality of someone 30 years his senior into a little boy's head? This book has an infuriating fixation on the details of the character's travels rather than the dramatic incidents along the way. Be prepared for vivid yet rambling descriptions of deserts, towns, hills, mountains and caves, which have the reader spacing out for entire pages. And even assuming you do stay gripped through the boring bits, prepare to be confused by magical terminology which is never properly explained, and thus provides the reader with little to no understanding of the world this book is set in. Get ready for some of the most underwhelming fight scenes you've ever read, which basically consist of the gunslinger shooting people. That's it. And finally, just in case you were finding what was left of the story even slightly entertaining, let's have a perpetual series of flashbacks to Roland's youth, when he's just as bland and empty a character as everybody else in this entire universe. Okay, let me be clear here. This review is not an attack on Stephen King's writing in general. I have read some of his other stuff and really enjoyed it. But at the end of the day, The Gunslinger is a purely self-indulgent tale, which was only successful because it was written by the same guy who wrote The Shining. I myself will not be sticking around for book 2. My overall rating for The Gunslinger is 2 out of 10. Thank you for listening. Please leave me a like and subscribe if you want to catch all my new content as soon as it comes out. Also, why not leave me a comment below about what book I should review next?